Enigmatic secrets of U.S. presidents, unsolved mysteries that still intrigue. The office of the U.S. president is one of the most scrutinized positions in the world, with every word and action often meticulously documented. Yet, despite the relentless attention, there remain puzzling mysteries surrounding some of these leaders that have eluded resolution for decades. These unsolved enigmas, ranging from suspicious deaths to missing evidence, continue to captivate historians and the public alike. Here are some of the most intriguing presidential mysteries that remain unsolved. Fact number 1. The mysterious death of George Washington. George Washington, the first president of the United States, died suddenly on December 14, 1799, at his Mount Vernon estate. The widely accepted cause was a severe throat infection, which Washington reportedly developed after riding in freezing rain 2 days prior. However, the exact nature of his illness has been the subject of debate for centuries. Some accounts suggest Washington suffered from a more mundane illness like strep throat or pneumonia, but his doctors couldn't agree on a definitive diagnosis. Adding to the mystery is the fact that Washington's physicians performed 4 bloodletting sessions, draining approximately 40% of his blood, an excessive amount by any standard, even at the time. Bloodletting was a common medical practice in the 18th century, but many believe this aggressive treatment may have hastened Washington's death rather than alleviating his symptoms. Despite numerous eyewitness accounts of his final hours, the true cause of Washington's death remains unclear, leaving historians and medical experts to speculate. Number 2. Was there a gay U.S. president? James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States, is unique in American history as the only president who never married. His close relationship with Alabama Senator William Rufus DeVane King has fueled speculation that Buchanan might have been the first gay president. The two men lived together for more than a decade and were so inseparable that they were referred to as Siamese twins by contemporary politicians. Buchanan's correspondence with King, particularly after King was appointed minister to France, also suggests a deep emotional connection. While societal norms of the 19th century allowed for intimate male friendships without the connotation of a romantic relationship, the unusual closeness between Buchanan and King was notable even then. Gossip in Washington, D.C. dubbed King Miss Nancy and Buchanan Aunt Fancy, reflecting the whispers about their relationship. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Buchanan's enduring bachelorhood and his relationship with King continue to provoke curiosity and debate among historians. Number 3. The sudden death of Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor, the 12th President of the United States, served for just 16 months before his untimely death on July 9, 1850. Taylor had been in seemingly good health until he fell ill after attending 4th of July celebrations at the Washington Monument. The official cause of death was listed as cholera morbus, a catch-all term for gastroenteritis, but some historians believe there may have been more sinister forces at play. Taylor's staunch opposition to the expansion of slavery and his threat to use military force against secessionist states made him a controversial figure, particularly in the South. This has led to speculation that Taylor may have been poisoned. In 1991, his body was exhumed and tested for arsenic, but the results showed no evidence of poisoning. Still, some historians argue that other poisons or a combination of factors could have contributed to his rapid decline, leaving the true cause of Taylor's death an open question. Number 4. Was Lincoln's assassination part of a Confederate plot? The assassination of Abraham Lincoln on April 14, 1865, by John Wilkes Booth is one of the most well-documented events in American history. However, questions remain about whether Booth acted alone or as part of a larger Confederate conspiracy. Booth, a well-known actor and Confederate sympathizer, had planned to kidnap Lincoln but escalated his plans to assassination after the South's defeat seemed imminent. Some historians, like James O. Hall, suggest that Booth may have been in contact with Confederate agents, acting on orders to kill Lincoln and destabilize the Union government. Booth's interactions with mysterious visitors, unexplained payments, and his bold escape attempt have fueled theories that his actions were part of a broader Confederate plot. Despite extensive investigation and numerous trials, the full extent of Booth's connections and the possibility of a wider conspiracy remain unresolved, adding another layer of mystery to Lincoln's tragic death. Number 5. Was Chester Arthur actually born in Canada? Chester A. Arthur, who served as the 21st President of the United States from 1881 to 1885, faced persistent rumors about his birthplace. The U.S. Constitution requires the president to be a natural-born citizen, and questions about Arthur's eligibility arose during his vice presidential campaign in 1880. Critics claimed that Arthur was born in Canada, not Vermont, as he asserted, and therefore was ineligible for the presidency. Arthur's father was an Irish immigrant who moved frequently across the U.S.-Canada border, and the lack of clear birth records has only added to the confusion. Arthur's own reticence on the matter, combined with a secretive trip to Montreal where he reportedly searched for birth records, has led some to believe that he was indeed born in Canada. Despite these rumors, Arthur never provided definitive proof of his birthplace, leaving this mystery unsolved to this day. Number 6. The enigmatic death of FDR. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the longest-serving president in U.S. history, died suddenly on April 12, 1945, while at his retreat in Warm Springs, Georgia. The official cause of death was a cerebral hemorrhage, but FDR's declining health had been a closely guarded secret during his presidency. In addition to cardiovascular issues and bronchitis, some believe that Roosevelt may have been suffering from advanced melanoma, a form of skin cancer. A lesion above FDR's left eyebrow, visible in photographs from his later years, has sparked speculation that he may have had undiagnosed melanoma that metastasized to other parts of his body. Some historians suggest that the true extent of his illness was concealed to maintain public confidence during World War II. Without tissue samples or more detailed medical records, the exact cause of Roosevelt's death remains speculative, but the theory of undiagnosed cancer continues to intrigue medical historians. Number 7. Did JFK have an affair with a Soviet spy? John F. Kennedy's reputation as a charismatic leader was marred by numerous rumors of extramarital affairs, one of the most intriguing involving Ellen Romech, a German woman with alleged ties to Soviet intelligence. Romech, who was married to a West German military officer, was a regular at Washington, D.C.'s Quorum Club, where she reportedly had intimate relationships with several high-ranking officials, including JFK. FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover investigated Romech and suspected she might be a spy for East Germany, potentially using her connections to gather intelligence on U.S. politicians. Romech was quietly deported in 1963, and Kennedy's aides worked to suppress any public scandal. While Romech and her husband have denied the spy allegations, the secrecy surrounding the case has fueled speculation that there may have been more to the story, making it one of the most tantalizing mysteries of JFK's presidency. Number 8. The disappearance of JFK's brain. The assassination of John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, has been the subject of countless conspiracy theories, but one of the most puzzling aspects of the case is the disappearance of JFK's brain. After the autopsy at Bethesda Naval Hospital, Kennedy's brain was removed for further examination, but by 1966, it had vanished from the National Archives. The brain's disappearance has sparked numerous theories, including suggestions that it was stolen to conceal the true nature of Kennedy's injuries or to hide evidence of a second shooter. Some believe that JFK's brother, Robert F. Kennedy, may have ordered the brain's removal to prevent any future public display or further investigation into the circumstances of the assassination. Despite extensive inquiries and the passage of decades, the fate of JFK's brain remains one of the most enduring mysteries of his assassination. Number 9. Nixon's missing tapes, a key to Watergate? Richard Nixon's presidency was irrevocably damaged by the Watergate scandal, which led to his resignation in 1974. Central to the scandal were the secret recordings Nixon made of conversations in the Oval Office. When these tapes were subpoenaed, it was discovered that an 18.5-minute segment of a key recording from June 20, 1972, had been erased. Nixon's secretary, Rosemary Woods, claimed responsibility, saying she accidentally erased the recording while transcribing it. However, Woods' explanation has been met with skepticism, as the erasure would have required an awkward and prolonged position that seems improbable. The missing segment has fueled speculation that it contained damaging information about Nixon's involvement in the Watergate cover-up. Despite technological efforts to recover the erased audio, the contents of the missing 18.5 minutes remain unknown, leaving a crucial gap in the Watergate narrative. Number 10. Did Jimmy Carter witness a UFO? In 1969, while serving as governor of Georgia, Jimmy Carter reported witnessing a strange, glowing object in the sky over Leary, Georgia. Carter described the object as being brighter and larger than a star, changing colors before eventually fading away. He later stated that he did not believe it was an alien spacecraft, but the sighting has intrigued UFO enthusiasts and skeptics alike. Some suggested he saw the planet Venus, while others propose it was a military test, but the true nature of the object remains a mystery, adding an unusual chapter to Carter's legacy.